Hello guys and welcome to the latest RS models tier list. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the latest Audi RS models. From D tier, which is the worst, to S tier, which is the best. Let's get started. First of all, we have the TTRS. Now the TTRS first of all had a massive glow up when it comes to the design compared to the older generations. And also, it has a 5-cylinder engine. It, along with the RSQ3 and the RS3, are the only cars on the market right now that have 5-cylinder engines. A 5-cylinder engine sounds pretty much like a V10. It's often referred to as a baby V10, and it having a good sound and it having a generally good driving experience means that the engine is good. The car looks good. People often refer to it as a baby R8 because it kind of looks like a half of an R8. So yeah, good engine, good looking car. Handling is also good, of course. The car is light. The car has good aerodynamics. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. The reason why I'm not gonna put it in S tier is because there's other cars that I just deem as more special than the TTRS. You might guess what I'm talking about, but yeah. So the TTRS gets a high A spot. Okay, now next we have the RSQ3. Now the RSQ3 has the same engine as the TTRS, but it is a crossover, meaning that it is heavier and less aerodynamic, which means that performance is affected slightly and also handling. So pretty much it's let's say slightly worse performing version of the TTRS, and also I personally don't really like the design. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Still a good car. Some people might put it higher because they like the design better or they like crossovers better, but for me it gets a B tier. Alright, now we have the RS4. Now the RS4 and the RS5, which you have after the RS4, are pretty much the same car, as it is the case with two other cars in the series that we are going to be talking about later. But the RS4 compared to the RS5 just looks worse. It looks worse and it doesn't really stand out. But it has a good engine. It has good horsepower, a lot of horsepower, good handling, just, you know, a good Audi RS car in general. But I'm going to put it in C tier, not because it's bad, but because compared to his brothers, to the other Audi RS models that we have on this tier list, it falls short, especially when it comes to design, but also when it comes to the general idea, to the engine, whatever. So yeah, it's going to get a C tier. But again, it's a good car. Like, compared to other sports cars, it's way better. I mean, it's way better than them. But just in this tier list alone, I would say it deserves a C tier from my part. Alright, now we have the RS5. So the RS5 has the same engine as the RS4. The one in this picture here is the Sportback. I like the coupe better. The coupe just looks better, and it's the only coupe that is offered by Audi. Yeah, I mean, just the design of the car is special. It looks very good. It looks the part. Now, performance-wise, handling-wise, the same as an RS4. It's just that the design just helps it a lot. It helps it very much. So I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's a solid car, but it has an above the average design. Okay, now we have the RS3. Now the RS3, pretty much the same thing as the TTRS, is just slightly heavier, and that's pretty much it. Now the RS3 in sedan form looks pretty good. I will just put it next to the TTRS because they're pretty much the same car. Design differs a bit, but whatever, you know, they're pretty much the same. They're around the same, so I'm gonna put them one next to the other. Okay, now we have the RS6. The RS6 is the first car on this tier list to get an S tier because, guys, it's a V8. It's a twin turbo V8. It looks very good. I like it actually more than the RS7. I like the fact that it's a wagon. I like the fact that it's big, it's aggressive. If you compare it to the RS4, which is also an Avant, it's also a wagon, the RS6, as you can see in these pictures, just looks better. It looks better because I don't know, it's just bigger, you know? Everything's it's on a larger scale. And also, again, it has a twin turbo V8. It has a great performance. And overall, it's a staple. You know, it's a flagship car. Flagship RS model, so definitely deserves the S tier. Now, next we have the RS7. Now, the RS7 is pretty much the same thing as the RS6. It's just that the design differs. Now, I like the RS7. I like how it looks. It looks pretty cool. I just like the RS6 a bit more. For me, it's more special because it's a wagon, and maybe because it's a bit rounder. But the RS7 looks aggressive. It looks very cool. So yeah, S tier is pretty much the same story as with the RS6, just in a bit of a different form. Alright, now we have the RS e-tron GT. Now the RS e-tron GT, although it is electric, which is a massive turn-off for most people, myself included, we cannot skip the fact that it's the fastest production Audi ever. It's very fast. It has a 0 to 60 of like 2.5 seconds. The only problem that I have with the RS e-tron GT, apart from the fact that it's electric, it's that it has a capped top speed at 250 kilometers an hour, which I personally don't understand. Like, why would you make a car that has like 900 and something horsepower like this car does, and make its speed cap out at 250? Doesn't make sense, right? I mean, Audis are generally known for being able to hit high speeds and to be able to hold them for a very long time. They're the Autobahn kings, right? But then you make a car that has a lot of horsepower, that's the fastest Audi ever, and you just kept the top speed. Now, there might be something connected to it being electric, to the electric motors. I don't know. I don't really know. But this is the problem that I have with the car. I personally wouldn't buy it, first of all because it's electric, but also because it has a capped top speed. And when the speedometer goes up very, very, very fast, and then you just hit a cap that's quite low. I mean, 250 kilometers is not very high speed. That's just it's annoying. So I wouldn't buy it. But again, it's the fastest production Audi ever, and also it looks the part. I actually like it. I think it looks pretty interesting. It looks like an RS7 that's a bit more rounder, a bit more futuristic, more modern, which I actually like. It's pretty cool, but I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's electric, which drops it down by a lot, and also it has a capped top speed. So yeah, B tier. Now, last but not least, we have the Audi RS Q8, the car that the Urus is based on, and it's a big SUV. It looks good, and it has a twin turbo V8, the same engine that the RS6 and the RS7 have. Now, I'm gonna put it in the S tier, behind the RS7 and the RS6. Now, the reason why, for example, I put the RS Q3 on the B tier, is because it looks worse. It's smaller and it has a smaller engine. But in an SUV, I think if you have a twin turbo V8, and also the SUV looks good, as is the case with the RS Q8, I think it deserves the top spot. I mean, there's a reason why the guys at Lamborghini decided to use this model to make their flagship car, which has actually sold a lot. So yeah, it's a very solid car. It's a very nice car. Now, the reason why the R8 is not included in this tier list is because the guy that made it said it doesn't. I don't know how to speak. It doesn't have RS in its name, like literally, RS8. It's not an RS8, it's an R8. But if the R8 was on this tier list, definitely it would have been on the S tier, in front of the RS6, because it has a naturally aspirated V10. It's the car that the Huracan was based on. And the overall, it looks good, it handles very well, it has a very nice engine, it has very good performance. So yeah, I mean, the R8 is definitely, the flagship car of the Audi, like, RS models, let's say so. So definitely, it's S tier. But yeah, it would be S tier, but it's not on this tier list for whatever reason. So yeah, this is a tier list, guys. I hope you liked it. You might not be... You might not have the same opinions as me when it comes to the ranking of these cars, but I have explained as much as possible the reasoning why I put them where I put them, so I hope you understand that. And if you want to, I'll leave a link in the description. You can make the tier list as well, and you can share it wherever you want. Now, also, I would like you to like the video and to subscribe, and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss the new videos that are coming out the next days, weeks, months, whatever. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and until next time, goodbye.